Imagine a man who could buy anything, do anything, and be anyone. A man who built empires in the sky and on the silver screen. A man who dated Hollywood's most glamorous stars and held the world in the palm of his hand. That man was Howard Hughes, and his story is one of the most fascinating and tragic tales of the 20th century. It's a story about what happens when the relentless pursuit of more, of fame, of approval, finally consumes you. Born into immense wealth, Hughes inherited his father's tool company at just 18, but he wasn't content to just be a rich kid. He was a visionary. He moved to Hollywood and became a maverick film producer. He poured millions into his epic war film, Hell's Angels, pioneering incredible aerial combat scenes that had never been seen before. He took huge risks, betting his entire fortune, and it paid off. The film was a massive success. He became a Hollywood mogul, a celebrity, the man everyone wanted to know. But film was just one of his passions. His true love was aviation. He founded the Hughes Aircraft Company and personally designed, built, and test-piloted revolutionary aircraft. He broke speed records, flying faster than anyone on Earth. He was a national hero, an icon of American ingenuity and daring. Think of him as a real-life Tony Stark, a billionaire genius pushing the boundaries of what was possible. He had it all: money, fame, power, and the adoration of millions. From the outside, his life was perfect, but beneath the surface, a shadow was growing. Hughes had a desperate, insatiable need for approval. Every record he broke, every movie he made, was a plea for validation. He wanted to prove himself, to be seen as more than just the heir to a fortune. He wanted the world to love him, to admire him. And for a while, they did. But this need for external validation is a dangerous master. As his fame grew, so did his paranoia. He became obsessed with germs, developing severe obsessive-compulsive disorder. He started to withdraw from the world he had once conquered. He saw enemies everywhere, plots to steal his fortune, conspiracies to undermine his legacy. The media, which once celebrated him, now hounded him, hungry for a glimpse into his increasingly bizarre private life. The pressure became too much. Hughes began to retreat. First, from the public eye, then from his business associates, and finally, from anyone at all. He locked himself away in the penthouse suites of the world's most luxurious hotels, becoming a prisoner of his own wealth. The man who could go anywhere chose to go nowhere. He would spend days, weeks, even months in a single dark room, shielded from the outside world he was so terrified of. His OCD spiraled out of control. He developed elaborate, ritualistic routines for everything. He would use tissues to touch doorknobs and would demand his staff follow impossibly detailed instructions to avoid contamination. His long hair and nails grew untamed. The once dashing tycoon, the handsome pilot, became a recluse, a ghost haunting his own life. He communicated only through memos, his world shrinking to the confines of his own mind. The irony is staggering. The man who had everything, the power, the money, the fame, ended up with nothing. He was trapped not by steel bars, but by his own psychological demons, demons that were fed by his lifelong chase for external approval. He spent the last decades of his life in complete isolation, a lonely figure consumed by his fears. When he died, he was unrecognizable, a shadow of the vibrant man he once was. So, what can we learn from Howard Hughes? His story might seem extreme, a relic of a bygone era. But look around. Are we so different today? We live in an age of social media, a world built on likes, shares, and follows. We curate our lives, posting our highlight reels, seeking validation from friends and strangers alike. We refresh our feeds, hungry for that little dopamine hit that comes from a new notification. We measure our worth in follow accounts and engagement rates. We are, in many ways, living in our own digital penthouses. We chase the approval of the crowd, just like Hughes did. We compare ourselves to the seemingly perfect lives we see online, feeling inadequate if we don't measure up. This constant search for external validation can be just as imprisoning as Hughes's self-imposed isolation. It can lead to anxiety, depression, and a feeling of never being good enough. We become so focused on how others see us that we lose sight of who we truly are. The lesson from Howard Hughes's tragic life is a powerful one. True power isn't about having the world's approval. It is not about the number of likes you get or the amount of money in your bank account. True power is not needing anyone's approval at all. It's about finding validation from within. It's about knowing your own worth, independent of what anyone else thinks. It's about building a life based on your own values, not the expectations of others. Howard Hughes had the world at his feet, but he was never free. He was a slave to his need for more fame, more success, more approval. Don't fall into the same trap. Step out of the digital penthouse. Log off and look within. Cultivate self-worth, practice self-compassion, and define success on your own terms. The greatest freedom you can ever achieve is the freedom from the opinions of others. That is the power Howard Hughes never found. Let's make sure we do. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that makes you think. See you next time.